Hello students, welcome to Life Sciences with Jyotishri. In the previous sessions, we have already discussed about the basics of molecular biology. So this is the part 2 session for basics of molecular biology. In this module, we will be learning about the overview of mechanism of replication, transcription and as well as translation. So what is replication? So DNA replication is nothing but the synthesis of DNA molecule with the help of another DNA molecule, that is DNA replication, and it is the basis for biological inheritance, which is a fundamental process occurring in all living organisms to copy their DNA, as it carries the genes from one generation to another generation through DNA replication, transcription and as well as translation, and the protein that has synthesized will be expressed to form to get a particular specific trait, that is a character, isn't it? So in this process of replication, each strand of the original double stranded DNA molecule serves as a template. Okay, what I said earlier, that is the DNA synthesis from its own DNA molecule. So that is a template, parental strand, and you will get original double strand serves as a template for the synthesis of the new daughter strands, isn't it? So that is what DNA replication is. Now, one more point, if your DNA replication is taking place in prokaryotes, then it is termed as prokaryotic DNA replication with the help of the enzyme prokaryotic DNA polymerases. And if your DNA replication is taking place in eukaryotes, then it is termed as eukaryotic DNA replication with the help of the enzymes eukaryotic DNA polymerases. Now, so this replication begins at a specific site on your DNA molecule, so that on the template strand, on the parental strand itself, your daughter strand is synthesized, isn't it? So on the template strand, there are some sites, there are some sequences from where your DNA will be getting synthesized. So that particular site is known as ORIC site, or origin of replication. So the replication origin of E. coli in a prokaryotes, assume that in a prokaryotes consists of a unique origin of replication ORIC locus of 245 base pairs segment. Okay, so that is about ORIC site, and from that ORIC site your daughter DNA strands are synthesized, and one of the strand is termed as leading strand, and from the name itself it indicates that there are no gaps, it's a continuous strand, and the opposite daughter strand is to your leading strand is lagging strand, which is a discontinuous strand. Okay, so with the addition of DNA polymerases and several proteins, DNA replication is taking place, and also a proofreading function, that is the repair mechanism, is also simultaneously done during your synthesis of your DNA molecule. So all these events you will be learning in detail in the mechanism of DNA replication. And one more thing, there are several events are taking place, but once at all, if your replication fork is formed, so you can see that it is in a fork shaped, the original DNA strand is synthesizing two different strands, that is lagging and as well as leading strand. So there you can see near your blue color triangle shaped blue color item, so that is nothing but your helicase enzyme, isn't it? So from where you can see a fork like structure is present, so that is replication fork, or else it is also known as it can be observed like a replication eye or a replication bubble. So this is about replication fork, and with several events of your synthesis of lagging strand as well as leading strand and termination, your DNA molecule is being synthesized. Okay, now let us learn about transcription. So transcription is nothing but the synthesis of your your RNA molecule with the help of your DNA is nothing but your transcription, and transcription is the very first step in gene expression, which transfers the genetic information stored in DNA into RNA molecules. And all your RNA except the genomes of many RNA viruses are produced through transcription. During transcription, and only one strand of DNA molecule is transcribed. That is known as sense strand. See, listen once again, I'm telling. So as the synthesis of your RNA strand is taking place on your DNA molecule, from your DNA molecule new RNA molecule is synthesized, isn't it? So the strand that is being used for the synthesis of your RNA on your DNA molecule, that strand is known as sense strand, and the opposite strand is known as antisense strand. Why it is termed as sense strand? Because from where your RNA molecule is being synthesized, so that particular strand consists of many coding regions, and the remaining regions other than coding regions are non-coding regions. So that is about your transcription. And the synthesis of your DNA molecule with the help of RNA is reverse transcription with the help of the enzyme reverse transcriptase. So this is a reverse step, and you all know, we have already discussed that in your DNA molecule adenine, thymine, cytosine and what do you say is guanine residues are present, whereas in your RNA molecule in place of thymine uracil is present. So adenine is hydrogen double bonded with your uracil in your RNA molecule, and guanine is as usually triple bonded with your cytosine. Got it? So now coming to the transcription process, we have already said that from your coding region itself your RNA molecule is being synthesized present on your DNA molecule, isn't it? So that coding region is present on sense strand, and the opposite strand is antisense strand. So basing on this particular synthesis, there are several enzymes as of your replication. Here also RNA polymerases are there. If the transcription process is taking place in prokaryotes, it is known as prokaryotic RNA synthesis or prokaryotic transcription. If it is taking place in eukaryotes, then it is known as eukaryotic transcription. And the enzymes utilized in prokaryotic transcription are prokaryotic RNA polymerases, and your eukaryotes it is termed as eukaryotic RNA polymerases. Okay, other than your polymerases, several transcription factors and machinery and formation of initiation complex, transcription activators and repressor RNA polymerases are also utilized for the synthesis of your RNA molecule, and as well as many sequences like -35 consensus sequence, GC box, CAT box, Tata box are utilized for the synthesis of your RNA molecule. And moreover, this RNA synthesis, as of your replication, there is a formation of replication fork, isn't it? So in transcription, there is a formation of open promoter complex where your actual RNA synthesis takes place on your double-stranded DNA molecule. Once at all, if your open promoter complex is formed, from there, your RNA synthesis is taking place. So that is about in detailed overview of your transcription, and we will be learning in-depth mechanism of transcription in the coming series of sessions. Okay, so you can see here in this slide the brown color component is nothing but your RNA polymerase on your DNA strand. So once your RNA polymerase slide over your DNA strand for the synthesis of your RNA molecule, so once at all if it will go and sit on that particular RNA on that particular DNA strand, the RNA polymerase will slide upon the DNA strand, and during this sliding process there is a formation of open promoter complex. And as usually formation of after the formation of open promoter complex, your RNA molecules will be get synthesized, and up to a point after the synthesis of several, after the elongation of your RNA molecule, termination step is also observed. So this is the post-transcriptional processing mechanism of your RNA synthesis, which includes, as in your replication, there is a proofreading activity we have learned, isn't it? So here, post-transcriptional modifications are present that are RNA splicing, polyadenylation, and 5' capping. So now coming to reverse transcription. Reverse transcription means the synthesis of your DNA molecule with the help of RNA. So that is reverse transcription with the help of the enzyme reverse transcriptase. So this process is mainly used during your cDNA synthesis, and as well as this mechanism is present in HIV. Okay, so this is the red color arrow shows the two-sided flow of genetic information from one generation to another generation. So this is a two-sided genetic flow pathway. So this is the central dogma. This is two-sided flow of genetic information of central dogma. So this red color indicates reverse transcription. So all the blue color is one-sided flow of genetic information, that is central dogma. This is the reverse central dogma. Now coming to translation. Translation is the synthesis of your protein molecules with the help of your RNA. So that is translation. And here in translation involves the transfer of information in mRNA molecules into amino acid sequences of polypeptides according to the specifications of the genetic code. The translation takes place on ribosomes in cytoplasma of the cell, and in prokaryotic transcription while required processing mRNA in eukaryotes. So there are several events for your protein synthesis to take place, and several complexes are also involved for your protein macromolecule to be get synthesized. Okay, so this is nothing but protein synthesis, and you can see this also here also your activated amino acids are being transferred from your to the your to at the site of protein synthesis, that is nothing but your ribosomes. So the entire ribosomes complex will bind to the outer membrane of the rough endoplasmic reticulum and release the nascent protein polypeptide inside for later vesicle transport and secretion outside of the cell. So this process is taking place on your proteins on your ribosome. So that is the site of protein synthesis. Now the formed protein in your protein synthesis is ready to be get expressed for a character, and the language of your protein is in genetic code. You can learn in terms of genetic code, that is genetic code is always triplet in nature. So there are several criteria postulates for your genetic code in order to be get satisfied. So that first the foremost thing is genetic code is always triplet in nature. So that is the first postulate of your genetic code. So in the coming series of sessions we will be learning about genetic code and its characters, and moreover in detail we will be learning about the mechanism of replication, transcription, translation, and as well as about genetic code. Thank you.